Pride Month means parades and parties for many who celebrate our LGBT community, but also it is much more for so many people. Rex Fuller, the CEO of the Center on Colfax, joins us live to talk about his organization's mission and also the resources out there for those struggling with their own journey to find their identity. Good morning, Mr. Fuller. We're happy to have you here this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So the Center on Colfax has been supporting Colorado's LGBTQ community for more than 4 decades. Can you tell us a little bit more about the mission?
Yeah, our mission is to engage, enrich, empower, and advance the LGBTQ community. And that means really helping people find their true selves and helping them find connection within the community and other resources that they may need. We've got great programs for youth, older adults, the trans community. We provide trainings, and we produce Pride Fest every year.
And Pride Fest always kind of highlights that connection within the community. It is so fun. Pride Month is about more than just the festivities, though. Why is this month so important to those who have dealt with a variety of issues due to their sexual or gender identities?
You know, it's become, as the story just before this mentioned, that so many people are more accepting of sexual orientations or gender identities different from their own. But I think it's still a personal journey where people are looking to find others that they can relate to, that they can connect with, and looking for their own self-acceptance. And I think that Pride celebrations and those activities are a big part of that.
Personal journey, and a brave journey at that. If you don't identify as LGBTQ, how can you be a good ally?
I think that it really is just trying to educate yourself about the issues that community members may be facing and trying to be a good advocate, be a good bystander, not tolerating bullying or not tolerating that type of prejudice and speaking up. And I think, you know, speaking up if you see maybe say anti-trans legislation that is active in many states right now. If you want to be an ally, speaking out against that can be really important.
Yeah, and voting is always a way that you can do that. The center has been operating virtually for more than a year now, we know. We know you're going to keep some of those events virtual. Do you know when you plan to reopen for in-person stuff?
Well, like many businesses around the country, we are starting to emerge from the pandemic and starting to welcome people back, which is really exciting. I've seen some volunteers in the last few days that I haven't seen in more than a year. So it's been great to reconnect with people. We are slowly starting to institute in-person programming. We had an event last weekend, which was a big success. And starting in the next couple of weeks, we'll be sort of soft opening and sort of phasing in-person programming again as we move into our Pride celebrations. And we hope that by July, most of our programs will be able to be fully up and running and will be open again. But we do want to maintain those virtual programs because we feel that we've really been able to reach out to folks who are in more isolated areas of the state to help provide that connection and those resources.
Absolutely. I bet it feels good to see those volunteers come back. I know it does here at the Denver 7 studios to get the team back together. Tell us a little bit about what events are lined up for this weekend.
Well, actually, this weekend we're quiet, but starting on June 26th and 27th, when Pride Fest really gets going, we will have a combination of in-person and virtual events. It takes months to plan Denver Pride Fest, and months ago we weren't really sure what the status of the pandemic would be. So we will have some smaller in-person events that we can more carefully manage attendance and carefully manage safety measures, although we're really happy that so many people are getting vaccinated. We'll have a smaller event here at the center. We'll also have events at places like the JCC and the Museum of Nature and Science and the Triangle and Hamburger Mary's. A lot of them are hosting great events that weekend. And then we're really thrilled to be able to continue partnering with Denver 7 to present our virtual Pride Parade, which will be streaming all weekend on our website as well as on the Denver 7 app.
I know Lisa and I helped out with that. It's a lot of fun. We are excited to get back to in-person events next year. So hopefully we'll see more of that energy that we've seen in past months. Thank you so much for joining us, Rex Fuller. Happy Pride.
Thank you, and happy Pride to you.
And you can head to thedenverchannel.com/pride, where we've created a specific place for you to see all of our LGBTQ plus stories. And don't forget, as Molly and Rex just mentioned, to watch the Pride Parade on Denver 7 starting at 10:35 p.m. Saturday, June 25th. We will also show this year's parade the next day right here on Local 3 at 12:30 p.m. The Center on Colfax is hosting along with Lisa and Molly, who will be MCs.